So, a message to all of our fans from Resident Evil series executive producer Jun Takeuchi, which is really, really cool. Let's read this out first. This is going to be cute. So, today marks, by the way, I was right. Today marks the 30th anniversary of Resident Evil. The first Resident Evil came out 30 years ago. Oh my god, do you feel old yet? Holy, they're calling me out. I wanted to extend our heartfelt gratitude to all of our fans who have supported us along the way since the release of our first game on March 22nd, 1996. Last month, we released Resident Evil Requiem with a return to Raccoon City. Are they returning to Raccoon City? Oh, well, we haven't gotten to that part in the game yet. I guess, spoiler alert. The place where it all began. No. We saw the trailer. Never mind. We combined the two hearts of the series, horror and action, and packed them both into one title. Now, Requiem has reached over 6 million players around the world. Thank you so much. 6 million players for Resident Evil 9. Fully deserved, by the way. I do know that it reached 5 million players faster than any other game in the series. All of them, all the recent ones have reached 5 million, but each one took a different amount of time to get there. I think the previous fastest was Resident Evil 4 Remake, and before that was like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was RE2 Remake. So RE3 was like a lot slower. Everyone kind of realized really fast that it was not good. And then RE Village was way faster than RE7. RE7 actually reached 5 million really slow. And so, you know, even though it saved the series, of course, the shareholders at Capcom were not happy at how fast it went. So that's why they made Resident Evil Village so different, interestingly enough. I keep my ear to the ground whenever it's, you know, Capcom and they're talking about Resident Evil. But yeah, anyways, our team will continue to work hard and bring all of you even more wonderful experiences in the future. And it would be an honor if you continued along with us on that journey. Thank you again for your support. Hell yes. Okay, they had a little video, I thought. Yeah, here. No, is it here? No. There was a Resident Evil video. Oh, yeah, this is it. Itchy Tasty. To celebrate the fast approaching. So this was actually, I think, a couple of days ago. 30th anniversary Resident Evil. We're looking back on 30 years of zombies and how this classic adventure has evolved. This is what I wanted to wait for you guys. So let's see it. Oh my god, they're gonna hit me with the nostalgia. They're gonna show every single Resident Evil in this, I'm pretty sure. Yep, RE1, RE2, obviously RE3. Oh my god, dude. Oh. Watching the evolution is so cool. Code Veronica. Bro, guys, you don't know. Code Veronica, most people have not played Code Veronica. Everyone, not everyone, but like everyone who's a Resident Evil fan pretty much has played at least 1, 2, or 3, as in the OGs. But very few have gone back to play Code Veronica. I think Code Veronica is the next remake. This is not like, you know, this is just rumor mill stuff going on and everything. No one knows for sure. But I really do think Code Veronica needs to be the next one. Next remake. It's so good. Whoa, what? They actually showed Resident Evil Survivor? I think this is RE Survivor. This is the they made a couple of light gun games. And these are really hard to find. These are really hard to make work on emulators and stuff as well. But these were very odd games, for sure. There's a reason they didn't stick with the formula. But it was still really cool to play at the time. I love playing these. Like a little bit of a mix. Yep, this is the second one. Oh, man. Resident Evil 1 Remake. I prefer original Resident Evil 1. I do. I mean, but that's not a knock on Resident Evil 1 Remake. Resident Evil 1 Remake might be, pound for pound, one of the best remakes ever made. It's so good. It's so good. And they took out very little. Resident Evil 2, they did take out some things. I think it's fine. But they did take out certain amounts of things. But I think with the jump in quality, in my opinion, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But Resident Evil 3 Remake, they took out a lot. So this was the one where they took out the least. But they did change a lot of things around. They did, like, add the Crimson Heads, which is like a huge difference between RE1 original. And, like, they did a whole bunch of other stuff. But really, really amazing remake just all around. Yeah, exactly, Lana. 3 was terrible. Remake, yeah. This was, I think, Resident Evil Gaiden. I think that's what they called it. And it was the original Resident Evil 1 on Game Boy, which sounds insane. And let me tell you, it was insane. It was like a top-down overworld, and it was like almost like an RPG fight. It was very, very weird, but I played this too. I played all of these, man. Oh my god, this was such a weird game. Resident Evil 0. Much maligned for very, very good reason. They absolutely had one of the worst inventory systems in the entire series in this one game. But the game itself wasn't bad. Like, the two characters, Rebecca Chambers, really cool. It's like a prequel. There's a lot of good vibes in this game. But, and they had, like, probably one of the weirdest, like, goofiest writing in the game. And that kind of was, like, to its favor instead of its detriment. Because, like, Resident Evil 1's writing is, like, dog. It's so funny. Like, if you go back and watch or play original Resident Evil 1, like, the things that Wesker says, the things that Barry says, Jill Sandwich, there's just so many memes from Resident Evil 1. And like, Resident Evil 0 had that, like, goofy vibe. But the inventory system for Resident Evil 0 was terrible. The boss fights for Resident Evil 0, honestly, were not that good. So, yeah, there was a lot of issues with RE0, but, like, overall, it was a fun game. Ooh. Which one was this? I think this is the one. I think this is the Raccoon City Survivors. Yeah, this is where you actually play as Alyssa Ashcroft. This is where you play Grace's mom. So you had this, like, system where every time you got attacked by the zombies, your blood would get more of the zombie virus. So it was like a very different health system. It actually worked really well. It was very, very interesting. I liked it a lot. And there was like a bunch of separate mini storylines that all came together with the other survivors of Raccoon City trying to escape. And Alyssa Ashcroft was one of them. And she was pretty badass. Which is why I was so sad they killed her at the beginning. This was the other light gun game. Oh my god. And that is Claire Redfield. This was Claire and Leon. Okay, this was the one that takes place under the sea. God, what was it called? Resident Evil Resistance? No. That was their. We played this. Hold on, I have it here. They definitely have it on here. Revelations. It was Revelations 1. This is Resident Evil Revelations 1. RE2... No, RE6. This is RE6. Revelations 1 was not that good, in my opinion. Revelations 2 actually had the sauce. Resident Evil 6 went all in on being action to the point that, like, a lot of people were worried, are they ever going to do actual horror again? Because Resident Evil Revelations 1 was not that horror-y either. Horror-y. But Revelations 2 was... It actually had quite a bit of actual horror. It had much more of a survival horror vibe. Really, really cool. And Barry the Badass, he's really, really cool in this game as well. Has some iconic moments, and it's another Claire Redfield game. One of the rarer Claire Redfield games. Now, you also had to... The downside of this game is half the game you play as Barry's older daughter, and she's annoying as hell. The writing for this game was very hit or miss. Half of it was really good, and half of it was like, ugh. Okay, this was like one of the minigame style games. I forgot what this one's called. But you play as, like, various different characters. I think this is one where you play as, like, Hunk and, like, Hunk is subordinates and stuff. And you go around, and it's kind of like a big, like, survival style game. Almost felt very roguelike-y. Favorite Resident Evil. Honestly, still, I know everyone says that they took out too much from Resident Evil 2 Remake compared to Resident Evil 2, but honestly, the jump in quality was absolute peak. It was so fucking good. And let's be real. See, this is one thing that a lot of people don't realize. They're like, oh, they changed Mr. X because now Mr. X shows up in the normal run of Resident Evil 2. The reason is because original Resident Evil 2, people didn't do multiple runs. I remember I had so many of my friends did not even know who Mr. X was. And I had to explain that they had to play the game again in order to see it. And they're like, I'm not playing that game again. Are you insane? That took me like 40 hours to finish. This was before we had guides and stuff. And, you know, the internet. And yeah, so a lot of people didn't even see Mr. X. And I have to explain to people, guys, this is why they made it different for Resident Evil 2 Remake. Because no one saw Mr. X originally. That's why you see Mr. X, and he's such a major part of RE2 Remake. It's so good. It was honestly one of the best changes they made, in my opinion. A lot of people are going to hate me for this. A lot of Resident Evil fans are going to hate me for this. I know I'm right. I know I'm right. RE3 Remake, trash. One of the only actual trash games in the series. Oh, baby. This is just going to Requiem. Wait, they skipped Village? They skipped 7? Why would they skip 4 Remake? Why would they do this to me? Wait, they didn't even show RE4. How did they skip over some of the most popular games? It's crazy. Ah, well, it's still a really nice video. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. They skipped over 4 Remake, 5, they skipped over 5, 7, which saved the series. And you know, Village. Village is I'm okay with skipping. But yeah, man, that's very, very interesting. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm glad that they showed some of the lesser known games. Like, people don't even know the Light Gun games. Give us Outbreak and Outbreak File 2 remade. Yeah, sorry, Resident Evil Outbreak, not Resident Evil Survivors. Resident Evil Outbreak was the one with Alyssa Ashcroft. Yes. Oh man, and My Life Is Yours, dude, so true. Honestly, completely agreed. Absolutely. The children are yearning for an Outbreak game. Honestly, when Outbreak File 1 and 2 came out, people hated those games. That's the ironic thing. Only now has Outbreak 1 and 2 had like that cult, you know, following. Because they were extremely unique and extremely difficult. Like, really, 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 really cool. Oh. Man, here we go. What is this? Journey of Resident Evil? I don't know. This is like showing only a few of them. But yeah, I don't know what this little picture is trying to show. It's missing like 80% of the games. But yeah, amazing game. Ah, there it is. Outbreak. See? This is right here. Oh my god, why is it not clicking? This is Alyssa Ashcroft right here. Absolute bae. Absolute bae. She was a reporter, and you're like reporting on the scene of the outbreak in Raccoon City, and you have to like escape with her, and these are like the other survivors. One was a cop. You were there. Oh, dude, this scene was so cool. It was like so hard. Like, each one was a puzzle. You had to like find all these items on the ground and like find different ways to save people and so on. Your character could perma-die. It was insane, and that would like change how the game goes. And this one, you are seeing the fall of the RPD. Like, you are on the front line with the cops fighting against the waves of zombies. And you have to, like, do things to, like, save the cops and, like, you know, kill hordes of zombies at the same time, setting explosives and stuff. It was so unique, man. Oh, my God. Yeah, Outbreak was super unique. I would love to see a remake for Outbreak. I just don't expect it, honestly. I really don't expect it. But, my God, it would be really, really cool to see. But, honestly, W Video, dude. W Video, like, I do wish that they had taken the opportunity to make like a compilation of all of the games, especially like, you know, the ones that weren't easy to find, Outbreak 1 and 2 and so on and so forth, and like release like a giant like group of them on Steam, like a bundle at the same time. That would have been really, really cool. But you know, I really wish they had done that. That would be the only way to make 30th anniversary even better. But either way, I'm extremely, extremely excited. Anniversary sale on the Switch. Who cares about the Switch? But yeah, Resident Evil. What do you guys think? If you're watching this on YouTube, I am one of the biggest Resident Evil fans of all time. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What is your favorite Resident Evil? And do you agree with some of my hot takes that I shared about some of my favorite and least favorite Resident Evils that I've talked about here? Catch you guys in the next video. I'm just sharing some little cuteness, right? Some little cuteness. We gotta feel cute every so often. Install Revelations. Oh god, don't tempt me. Do not tempt me. I played Revelations when it first came out. Oh god. Is it time? Is it time to reinstall RE7 again, guys? Probably my second favorite Resident Evil, honestly. Oh, I feel like it might be time soon. I feel like it might be time soon. I love that game, dude. I know it's very hit or miss for people, but dude, Resident Evil 7 is perfection. The first half especially. But even the second half is like not bad. All right, here it is. Requiem. All right. Happy Resi 9 Day, guys. Sorry, happy Resident Evil Day. Oof. Oh man, we're going to celebrate by dying.